welcome to another episode of Whisking Away with Diana J. I'm Diana, and today we are going to be baking brownies. Yes, brownies, delicious homemade brownies. Who does not love a good brownie? I'm not talking about the box mix. I'm talking about a good old-fashioned homemade brownie. It is so good, y'all. You know, when you taste a homemade brownie in comparison to a box brownie, there's actually no comparison. I mean, I'm just saying. So if you want to learn how to make a quick and easy homemade brownie recipe, this recipe is really like short and sweet, kinda like me. I'm just saying that too. So excited to share it with you. So you guys know the drill. Let's get our aprons on and let's get baking, hey guys. So let's get started. So what I have in my bowl here, I have 3 ounces of milk chocolate. I also have 3 ounces of bittersweet chocolate. I have a stick of unsalted butter. What I'm going to do is pop that in there. I'm going to save this and I'll show you why later. What I'm going to do now is I am going to pop this into the microwave for about 15-20 seconds at a time. I do not want to put it in for a full, let's say, minute, because you can burn your chocolate. So you put it in for 20 seconds, you check on it, make sure it's all right, put it in for another 20 seconds. At this point, you can stir it up a little bit. That should do, I guess, depending on if your microwave is on high or I'm sure you know your microwave. Okay, so now I'm just gonna mix this up a little bit. So now we're going to our second part. What I have here is a half a cup of brown sugar, light brown sugar, and also a half a cup of granulated white sugar. Now, brown sugar tends to have clumps in it sometimes. So what you can do is you can use your hands just to kind of break the clumps up. So I'm going to crack my eggs in a separate bowl. I'm going to take my whisk. I'm just gonna whisk this together. Just whisking away. You are whisking away with Diana J. You like that, huh? Yeah. So the dry ingredients. What I have here is a half a cup of all-purpose flour. I also added 2 tablespoons of flour to that. Okay, so I have a half a cup plus 2 tablespoons of flour. That's what I should have said in the beginning. I also have a quarter of a cup of cocoa powder. I also have a half of a teaspoon of espresso powder. It just does something to chocolate. It works and pairs really well together. So I always, whenever I'm making those chocolate treats, I always add a dash, pinch, whatever may have you, of espresso or coffee. I just have a quarter of a teaspoon of salt in there. And you're just gonna whisk that together. Another tip, whenever you are using cocoa powder, just like the brown sugar, I don't know what's up with those two, but you have to sift the cocoa powder because it has clumps in there, and you will find as you're sifting, the clumps, of course, will stay on the top, so you may have to use a spoon or your hands just to make sure it breaks apart and goes through the sift. So step 3, done. Look at that. I melted the butter and the chocolate. Step 1. I whisked together the eggs and the sugar. Step 2. I whisked together my dry ingredients. Step 3. Easy peasy. All right, so now we're going to combine everything. Another reason why I want it to just sit and rest for a little bit is because it's coming out of the microwave and it is hot. I have an egg mixture here with sugar, and we all know what happens when we put hot things or mix hot things with eggs. It curdles. So you can let it hang out and chill for a little bit. Just keep your whisk in here, and then while you're pouring chocolate, you want to whisk it in there. No chocolate gets left behind. So I'm going to use my spatula to scrape the rest of this chocolate. And then I have this nice texture. I am going to gradually incorporate my flour into the liquid mixture. So I'll put, like, let's say half. And then I'm going to fold it in. So basically, you go around, cut through the middle. Go around, cut through the middle. Go around, cut through the middle. For the rest, I'm gonna do the same. Go around, cut through the middle. vanilla, but just don't go too fast because it kind of defeats the whole purpose of gradually incorporating it in there, right? I think this is probably the second time I forgot. I forgot to add my vanilla. You're gonna put about a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, so I am using a 9x9 pan. Remember that butter from that sticker butter we had before? Why don't you stick that? So, and I told you the wrapper had butter in it. I'm just gonna use that to grease my pan. If you buttered your pan and you don't have parchment paper at home, that's perfectly fine. You technically don't need parchment paper. It's just, to me, it just makes it easier for me to lift it out of the pan. I'll show you why. Bada bing, bada boom. I like to have these two parts out. You could trim it down a little bit if you want. Yes, I am one of those that scoops every last bit, because guess what? This is like an extra bite of the brownie. Nothing gets left behind. No one gets left behind. I'm gonna go on and flatten this. Before I cut it, I want to make just sifted. Run this along. It'll come out. Okay guys, you saw the brownies. They look and smell absolutely delicious. I kept them in the oven for about 20 minutes. You just poke a toothpick in it, and the toothpick doesn't have to come out 100% clean. Actually, you don't want it to come out clean. This is the one time you do not want your toothpick to come out clean. If it comes out too clean, that means you over baked your brownies and it's gonna be dry or more cake-like. We don't want that. Or you may. Rather, little piece. Oh my gosh, look how fudgy. I did this in the last one. Look at that. Let's get out of the frame. Look at that. Look at the fudginess. Hold on. Did you see that? Wow. That is so good. It's so good. Good. I did say I was going to take one piece. I'm just going to take another piece. It's too good. Nice cup of milk would be really good with this too. You guys have to try this recipe. The recipe will be in the description box down below. Let me know what you think. It really is simple, it's delicious, it's easy peasy. Anyone can make it. Trust me, you'll love it. Please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. If I entertained you at all, if I had made you laugh at least one time in this video, hit that like button down below. Please make sure you subscribe, share this video with friends, hit that why can't I speak today? Hit that notification bell so you won't miss an episode. That's all the time we have here for today. Thank you guys so much for whisking away with me, Diana. Until next time, guys, have a good one. Bye.